Yep. Another coffee with Coach Rodhe. It's been a while. We've been pretty busy. Today we're going to talk about the No Safe Throws competition coming up on December 21 and some coffee. All right. We're tankard today. We're drinking out of 1776 United's. I prefer Dangerous Freedom over Peaceful Slavery. Their white version. Okay, I think this is limited release, maybe. I'm not sure if it's for sale anymore. We did a giveaway with the blue one that went up to Minnesota, I think. So enjoy it up in the Great White North. The coffee we're doing with, today is Black Rifle Murdered Out. I think this is the darkest coffee that they do. It's nice. When you open the bag, it's really black, like hardly any brown in the beans, very oily, but in a good way. It doesn't look burnt and dried. It is very oily, shiny, nice black sheen to the beans. And the grind on this coffee, it's really smooth. There's not hardly any acid in it at all. But it's also, you don't really pick up a lot of, some of the other ones like calf and another one are more like an earthy flavor to it. This is just dark roasted coffee taste, just kind of black and smooth, and it's almost like a English tea, but it's without the bitterness, if that makes sense. And the tankard here, it's a very barrel shaped, very tall glass. There's not a whole lot of flair to it at all. The handle I find a little bit hard on this one because it's vertical, and I like one that's a little bit or more ergonomic shape, tilted in toward the glass. And so something this size, right? Because we're holding like upwards of 20 ounces. It's 4 whole cups from a coffee pot into one of these things. It's quite a bit of weight, and I just like a little bit of a tilt to it. Otherwise, it's a great mug, great look, all white, very kind of classy and seasonal for winter time. We're gonna get the first snow of the season here today, so kind of end of fall, beginning of winter. Let's talk about the competition, No Safe Throws. Rodhe Sport has never hosted a competition before in the past. We did one in 2016. We did a pre-Olympic competition for Terrence Suddy, who went to the 2016 Olympics for Canada. And we got real officials, but we didn't post the results or did get it accredited or anything. It was just a summer meet. So this is the first one we're going to do that is going to have some officiality to it. And a lot of that is because I haven't wanted to do a meet unless I could do it well and do it the way I think meet should be ran. Okay. I've been getting some inquiries. We put the information out the other day that there's going to be an indoor competition. And I've been getting some questions about, is my kid good enough or, whatnot. I also had a little bit of criticism that it's $25 an event. There's no price breaks or anything like that. So we're going to talk about those things. All right. So the first things first. Jolly Big Throws Clinic is December 21 at Youngstown State University in the Watts Fieldhouse. No Safe Throws is the same day, same venue, but it's after the clinic. Okay, they're both hosted by Rodhe Sport, but they are 2 separate events. Having access to the clinic does not gain you access to the competition. We are going to shut the clinic down at 5:15. And then reorder the field house and launch No Safe Throws around 6 p.m. with the Elite Discus. Okay, 2 separate events, same place. Now the competition is open to high school athletes, college athletes, elites or post collegiates, and masters. Okay, there's a lot of masters athletes in this area, and I really want to see them come out and participate. I really believe in grassroots, right? From like little kids all the way up to Olympians and even the masters, right? It's a full picture for the spectrum of the sport, and I want them to feel welcome to be included as well. In terms of the officiality of the meet. Okay, we're going to get 2, maybe 3 USATF, OHSAA accredited officials based on numbers that we're going to need. Okay, and then what we're going to do is post the results to Rodhe Sport, and any accreditation outside of that, I don't know at this point, right? If you want to count for your NCAA marks, or for your, if you throw for, France or Grenada, and you want to come and throw at the meet and want to count towards your Olympic qualifier for next year, I don't know. You have to talk with them about that. But this is just an opportunity to perform, get an indoor competition in for the discus particularly, and then this year we are going to team up with OAT and CCC. Okay, it's the Ohio group for coaches, and they do the indoor competition. They do the indoor state competition for qualified schools. Now here's the big thing, right? We are a qualifier event for the OAT CCC indoor state championship meet. In order to compete at their indoor state meet, your school has to be recognized as having an indoor season, okay? And we have a link on the website for what that entails. If your school does not participate in indoor seasons, okay, doesn't matter, you can still compete at our meet. Okay, that's just for, if you compete at our meet and you're qualified for the indoor state meet, our marks will be entered to OATCC for your seeding. Okay, it's a qualifier event for that. If you don't have an indoor season, come to our meet and get a competition in, right? It's open to everybody. And how we're structuring it right now is we're gonna have open shot put and an open weight throw. Right now, I think we're gonna be 4 and done with that, no reorder, no finals. And then the discus, we're going to do, nobody else is going to do an indoor discus state championship, so we'll do it. Rodhe Sport will do the indoor discus state championship, open for high school athletes, okay? And if somebody from Pennsylvania comes in and wins the Ohio State Championship, then somebody from PA won it. And boo-hoo, Ohio throwers, train harder, and next year an Ohio kid can win the Rodhe Sport Indoor State Championship, okay? That's how that's gonna run. Now, $25 per event, per person per event, okay? And that is pretty high, but the intention is not for every person to register in 3 events, okay? How the spirit of the competition, what I think competition should be like is we're going to kind of emulate, say, your state championship meets, your NCAA championship meets, national championship meets, and like world trials, Olympic trials, qualifying preliminary rounds, where you only get a few warm-up attempts. Okay, so warm-ups are going to be limited to 2 to 3 per person. Very short window for warm-ups, and then we are going to go. And the competition, all the officials are going to be instructed. We want it to be a fast-paced, high-intensity competition. Okay, we're going to play music. We're going to play it pretty loud. We're going to get the results measured and posted fast. Throw her in, throw her out. Very quick paced for performance. Right? We don't want people standing around a whole lot. So this event is not going to be the average high school. Everyone stand around and twiddle your thumbs, take 5 hours to get through 4 flights kind of a thing, okay? So right now, we're not really sure what the numbers are gonna be like, but we're counting on having two rings going at one time, at least, to rotate through the 3 events. And then, if we get a lot of numbers, I will employ the amount of people we need to get this thing done, right? We start at 6 p.m. on December 21st. I don't want to be there for 5 hours. I want to be there for maybe 2 hours. Okay, so we're going to get in, get our results, have fun, and get out. Now, I've also had some inquiries as to, like, is my athlete going to be good enough, or I don't want them to get beat up, or not feel like they're good enough to throw against the really good kids. If there's a really big separation in performance, we will split that into different flights. Okay, we'll have 5 or 6 kids go in their throwing range, and we'll bring in the next 10 or 12 kids in the higher throwing range. Okay, we'll split it up like that. But the intention, I always loved throwing against people that were better than me. I spent a year coaching at a college, and I had a couple of throwers, and we went to a meet far away. And we get there, and it was a preseason meet, so some people didn't have marks, and there was a really good girl in there in the first flight with them, right? And they were jab throwers, and this girl was throwing like almost 50 meters in the jab with ladies who were, their seed marks were like 20 meters and 25 meters in the jab. And we had traveled like across the country for this competition, and my athlete said, I don't want to throw because she's too good. I didn't understand. I couldn't comprehend that. It's like, you should want to throw at people who are better than you. That's part of the spirit of this. Is we're bringing in some elite discus people. We might have people throw over 60 meters, over 200 feet in the indoor meet, right? You come and watch them, and then you go and you compete in your event. You get all pumped up. So the spirit of this event is you want to be around people who are better than you, okay? But if there is a big separation in performance, we'll just split it out into different flights. And we can afford to do that because we're not gonna do a whole lot of warm-up time, right? You're gonna get 1, 2, maybe 3 warm-ups, and we're competing. Now, let's see, let's talk about t-shirts. T-shirts are in. We're gonna put a link in the description, go check them out. And the gym's been under a lot of changes lately. Matt Markosha, your gym tour video is on the way. It is coming. So, all right, I've got a lunch appointment. I gotta get out of here. Link in the bottom for the meet. If you have any other questions, please feel free to reach out to me, email or text. Later.